Yeah. Done? Okay. So, good morning. Um, in previous classes, we have seen the HTML tags, okay, the introduction of HTML tags and the various tags which we use in our web page and the website designing. So, I will just go through some of the tags which we have seen in the previous classes. So, we have started with the okay. So, basically in HTML tags, so HTML is nothing but hypertext markup language, which is a type of markup languages which is used to design of web pages. Okay. So, web pages are websites are nothing but collection of web pages. Okay. So, we have multiple number of web pages which is put together called as websites. So, in HTML we have seen two type of tags. So, one is the unpaired tags and another one is paired tags. Okay. So, paired tags are nothing but which has a opening tag and a closing tag, but in unpaired tags we have only opening tag. So, closing tag is not required, that is called as unpaired tags. Okay. So, example of a paired tag is HTML and then /HTML. Example of an unpaired tag is BR tag. Okay. So, BR tag is nothing but break tag. BR is break tag. No, you can use single time. If you want multiple spaces, you can use couple of time. If you want more space, you can use one more BR. Okay. So, depending upon the number of times you use the BR tag, the space will increase. Okay, that is BR tag. And what is this called? What is this tag called as? This tag is called as document definition. Okay, it defines that the below tags are pertaining to HTML documents. Okay, this is called as document definition. And we have seen heading tags. So, heading tags, we have how many tags in heading tags? We have 6 tags, starting from H1 to H6. Okay. And then we have seen the paragraph tags. So, start P and /P, that is paragraph tags. Open tag P and /P, that is paragraph tags. Okay. And then we have seen the HTML elements. In HTML elements we have seen the tag name and the content /tag name. Sorry? You can just browse it, or you can go to W3C schools. You can go to W3C schools. This is a guidelines for development of website. Okay, if you go here, you will find all the HTML element tags. Book you can find at the end of our syllabus. We have given the suggested readings. In that you can take, or I will refer some of the books. So, next we have seen links. In links we have two types. One is internal link, another one is external link. Okay. So, internal link is nothing but where you are going to link image or a document within your project folder, that is internal link. External link is nothing but where you are going to link a link or a image from outside, that is World Wide Web, that is called as external link. Okay. Have we seen image tag in previous class?
No,
Image
sir.
tag.
No, no.
Okay.
Sir, that was I tried at home.
Okay. So this is an image tag. Okay. Can you please share the class link, this YouTube link?
Yes, sir. Actually I am also searching the link.
Okay.
The class is live.
Okay. Okay. You can just message them, it will be sent. Okay, this is an example of an image tag where the tag should start with IMG. Okay, angle bracket IMG, SRC. SRC is the source. Okay, so where the image source? So the image source is within double quotes we should mention the path of the image. Okay, so this is called as path. In last class we have seen regarding path. Okay, so this is called as path where the image is located. Okay, and what is this called? This is called as extension. Okay, this is this extension for image dot jpg. Also we have another extension called jpeg, jpeg. Okay, dot png for images. Okay, so this extension is important because when we are giving the source path, we have to mention along with this extension in the link. Okay, if we do not mention this extension, the image will not get retrieved. Okay, and then the style. What is the style? This is called as attributes. Okay, in previous class we have seen regarding this attributes. Okay, so these are called as attributes. Okay, so what is the attribute? Style, width colon 100 pixel, height colon 100 pixel. So this defines the size of the image. What should be the width and what should be the height? This defines the size of the image. Okay, so image what you are going to transfer. So the image okay, so the image which you are going to capture through this source will have different dimensions. Okay, it may be of smaller size, it may be of larger size. Okay, if it is of larger size, then it won't get accommodated into your web page. So for that, in that case what we have to do, we are going to change the size of the image. So this is called as attribute where we define the size of the image, where width colon 100 pixel, semicolon, height colon 100 pixel. Okay, this can differ based upon your own performance. Okay, so this can be 50 pixel, 20 pixel, 30 pixel. Okay, whatever style you want, you can make it. And then title. Yeah, it will get reduced. Okay, this is called as title equal to double quotes YouTube. So what it will give is, when you are going to move your mouse pointer over the image, it will show some tag. Okay, so for that tag we are going to use this title equal to double quotes YouTube. Okay, so I am going to run this code. Okay. If I run this code, what it gives is the first image, YouTube. Okay. The code which I mentioned is the code for this YouTube image, where I have mentioned the img src equal to, within double quotes I have mentioned the path. Okay. Path along with extension. This is important. Okay. So how do you find the extension of the image? Where can you find the extension of the image? Or where can you find the extension of a particular file? By going to the properties. So right click on the particular file, you can find an option called properties, just click on it, you can find type of the file or file format. Okay. It can be of .jpg or JPEG or .png. Okay. Vector file format. Okay. So these file formats you should remember, or find the file format in the properties. That file format only you have to mention. Okay. So I am going to check the file format. So I have made this image folder, YouTube, this is the file. Go to properties. So here you can find .jpg. This is the file format for this image. Okay. So based upon this file format only your code should be running. .jpg. Okay. So the next one is HTML images with alt tag. Okay. Here what I mentioned is
Sir, what is SRC?
source, image source. Okay. Next tag is HTML images with alt tag. Alt tag is nothing but the same code along with a tag called alt YouTube logo. Okay. So what it will do is so here you can find, this is the preview tab. Okay. Preview tab is, will see the content of the image, content of the file without opening it. So here you can find, I have never used this alt tag. I have not used this alt tag, but in this you can find YouTube logo, where I use this alt tab. Okay. So what it does, if the image does not able to load, okay, if the image does not able to load, or if it has some error due to internet connectivity, the image cannot be loaded, in that case this name will be displayed. The name of the image is YouTube logo. So in that case what you can have an option called alt tag, ALT. Okay. So what does alt tag does is, it gives the image for the name for the image. Okay. So if this image is very large in size, if it could not able to load due to low internet connectivity, so it will show as YouTube logo instead of the image. Okay. And the third tag is images with link. Okay. So in previous class we have seen two type of link, one is external link and another one is internal link. So this link is called as what link? In previous class we have seen two type of link, one is internal and another one is external. Internal is going within the document or within the project folder, external link will navigate to the external website, World Wide Web. So what is this link called? This is an external link, where it navigates to a YouTube page. Okay. So what is this tag called? This tag is called as anchor tag. Okay. So angular bracket A is called as anchor tag, where it start with angular bracket A and close angular bracket. Okay. So this is called as a pair tag. Okay. So between this anchor tag we are having these attributes, which is href is hyperlink reference, where we are giving the, what is this called? This is called as URL, Uniform Resource Locator. This is called as URL, Uniform Resource Locator, www.youtube.com, and the image source image/youtube.jpg, and the attributes YouTube logo, title YouTube. Okay, this title is for when you move the cursor over the image, it will show a text. For this you are using this title, and this is where the image, if it could not able to load, we are using this alt tag. Clear?
Sir, if it is loading also, then
It won't show. It is called as alternative. If the image could not able to load, the text will show. Okay, so here you can find a href anchor tag. Within that I am using a image source, and then the attributes, the size of the image, and the alternative tag, and then the title. Okay, so if I load this, here you can find, I can see the cursor here with the arrow symbol, here arrow symbol, but when I move the mouse cursor over here, it shows the hand symbol, which is clickable hyperlink. If I click on this, it is going to youtube.com. Okay, so this is an example of HTML tag where we are adding a hyperlink to an image. Okay. So next we are going to see list. List. Okay. So list tag is nothing but, most of us might be knowing about bullets and numbering. Okay. So we use for mentioning it points, bullets, and the content, and we used to have numbering pattern. Okay. So how to make this using an HTML tag? For this only we are going to use the list tag. Okay. So list tag, there are two types. One is ordered list, another one is unordered list. Ordered list is for numbers, unordered list is for bullets. Okay. So in ordered list, the tag is OL, the first letters OL. For unordered list, the tag is UL. Okay. And this list is a paired tag, which means it has a opening tag and a closing tag. Okay. And the list tag is LI. So first we should mention this list tag. Under this list tag we should have this ordered list or unordered list, and then we should have a closing list tag. Clear? Okay. So we will see the example. So can anyone say what are the different sections of a library?
Sir, acquisition section, technical section,
Acquisition, technical, circulation. Sorry sir? Series, there is periodicals, book bank. Okay. So these are the different sections in a library. And what is the process for the acquisition section? How do you acquire book? First we will get a request. Okay. So we will get a request, and then we will process, we will check for duplication, we will order, and then we will receive, and then we will place the book. Placing means placing in the shelf. Okay. So
after that the payment is done.
yeah, you can receive the book, you can make the payment, or some vendors might be having 30 days or 1 month 45 days of payment criteria, based upon that you can do. Okay. What is the difference between these two?
Sir, this is ordered, this is
Yeah. So here you can find this is unordered. You can use it at any time. Okay. You can reorder it. But here this is the process. So this is an example of an ordered list and an unordered list. So this we are going to place it in the HTML tags. Okay. So here, what is the process of book cataloging? How do you catalog a book? First you request from the patrons, checking for duplication and existence in library, ordering through LMS, receiving of materials, and then cataloging. So this is the process where you should have steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should do step 2 after step 1, step 3 after step 2. Okay. But here what are the different sections in a library? Circulation section, reference section, periodical section, book bank section. It cannot be in order. Okay. So this is an example of an ordered list and an unordered list. So we will see the code for this. Okay. So here you can find HTML ordered list. I am going to start with open tag OL. So for each OL I have a closing OL. Okay, it is called as paired tags. Okay, and then I am giving a heading. I have used H3 for a bigger font. What is the process of book cataloging? Open header tag and closing header tags. And LI is the list. Okay, in list I have request for the patrons, open list tag and closing list tag, and different lists. Okay.
Sir, LI is the fix for the list.
List.
You can't use the full name list. LI.
No. It is a tag.
This is the tag.
LI is a tag. Okay. So when I finish this, I am using /OL. That means my ordered list is complete.
O1.
Okay. So this is an example of an ordered list where you have numbers. And second one is the example of an unordered list. Where you have a UL is unordered list opening tag and you have a closing tag, UL and /UL, and header tag, and then you have the list. Okay. Ordered list and unordered list. This is an example. Done? So next we are going to see the definition tag. So definition tag is nothing but for giving definitions. Okay, we are going to write some definition. What is an HTML? Okay, so usually we used to do with paragraph tags. Okay, content, question, and then answers. So similarly, this is a question and this is a answer. For representing this, we are going to use the definition tag. Okay, so how the definition tag looks? So this definition tag is also a part of the list tag. Okay, so we are starting with DL and then closing with /DL, definition list. Okay, so inside that we have DT. DT is the definition title. Okay, what is the title for the definition? And DD is the definition data or document definition.
DD is the documentation data.
Yeah, definition description or document, I will just mention here. DL is definition list dt is definition terms, and then it is definition description. Definition description. Okay. So we are starting with DL and then closing with DL/DL. Okay. So we are giving this definition list. So between this we are giving a definition term, what is HTML, and the answers for that is HTML and the content. Okay, that we have to define within angular bracket DD. Okay, that is definition description. So here you can find this is definition term and this is definition description of the question. Clear? Okay. Next we are going to see the table tags. So when you take off a table, what are the components inside the table? So what constitutes a table? Rows and columns. Okay. So when you take off a table, there will be a rows, there will be columns. So the intersection of rows and column is called as cell. Okay. So the horizontal are called as rows and the vertical is called as columns, and the intersection of the rows and column is called as cell. So how we are going to create a table using an HTML document? Okay. So a table tag will start with angular brackets table and close with /angular bracket table. So this is a tag for the table tags. Okay. So the table tag will start with angular bracket table and then /angular bracket table. Okay. So in between this we have table row and table data. So this is called as table header, okay. So inside this table tags we have three different tags. One is TR, that is for table row. So how many rows we are going to mention, what are the content inside a row, so that we are going to define using TR, that is table row. Next is TD. Okay. So that is table data we define, or it is called a standard cell. What is the data that is going to be placed inside the cells, that is for that we will use using angular bracket TD. Okay. Next is TH for table header. What is the header of the table? Okay. When you have a table, the first column is called as the header. Okay. The first row is called as the header. So if we have something content here, and this content is called as the table header. So how we are going to define this header is using the tag called angle bracket TH for table header. Okay. So here you can find I have opened a table tag, okay, and then table row. This is table header. So in table row I am going to have a table header called patron categories. So here I have used an example of circulation rules. Okay. So what is a circulation rule in library? Circulation rules.
So, like it is circulate to the country.
Yeah. So what is the due period?
Time will be
Okay. How many books are being issued for a particular patron category? That is called a circulation rules. For example, if you take a UG, you can issue 4 books for a period of 15 days. For PG, 5 books for a period of 30 days. So this is called a circulation rules. Okay. So this example I have taken into consideration for this table tag, where I have used a table header called patron categories. Okay, the first row for the table header patron categories, and the second column is I have used number of rows, number of books. Okay, third one is due period. Okay, so how it will represent is patron categories, number of books, due period. So this is called as table header, TH tag. Okay. So under each table header we are having datas. Okay. So that I am going to represent using TD. Okay. So the first TH I am using this TD, that is research scholars, and the second is 5 nothing but the data for number of books, and the third one is due period and data is 30 days. Okay. So this we are going to run and we are going to see this research scholars 5 30 days. Okay. And the second is postgraduate students for the header patron categories. Okay. And next is 3 number of books, 15 days is due period. Okay. So for each header you have to mention the data using the tag called TD. TD is for table data. Okay. And the fourth row is undergraduate students, 2 books can be issued for a period of 7 days, and then slash table.
So TD is a part of TR tag.
Yes. Okay. So here you can find TH is the header, TD is the data, TD is the first data, TD is the first data. So each first data will be assigned to the first table header, and the second data will be assigned to second table header. Okay, understood? So this is how when you run, this is how your table looks. Okay, but if you don't make attribute called style, okay, your table will not look in a proper way. Okay, we are feeding only the datas, but we are not making any design for the data. Okay, we are not making any borders. So if you feed only these datas, you will have only datas in your output page, that is a web page, but you will not be having any borders. So for that we are going to use this style tag. Okay, yes.
So I have like one question. Is it not difficult because we make a table and we can type everything there? We need to learn these tags also, and then we will have to step.
See, if you want to develop anything, you have to learn something, right?
But we want to
So
see
without
the
learning,
table data and we can type it.
without learning you cannot develop anything. Okay. So this is an example of a style tag, where there is a opening style tag and there is a closing style tag. Okay. And this style I am going to define for table, table row, table data and table header. Okay. So, this is called as functions. I am going to use this style for border, which should be of 4 pixel and color is solid blue. Okay. So, this is the format for defining the borders of a table. Border should be of 4 pixel, color should be of solid blue. Okay. Border hyphen collapse colon collapse. Okay. This will define that when you create a table, there will be an outer table and there will be an inner table. Okay. To remove this, we are using this border hyphen collapse, which will make 2 columns into a single column. Therefore, you will get only single row or single column tables. Okay. So, for that we are using this border hyphen collapse colon collapse. Padding is the space between each cell, that is 10 pixel, and we are aligning it by center, text align colon center. That means the data inside each cell will be in the center. It won't be in the left or it won't be in the right, it will be in the center. Okay. And then the close bracket and then closing of the style tag. Okay. So, we are going to see this output. So, this is how your output looks. Now, what I am going to do, I am going to remove the style function and see the output. Okay. So, if I remove the style function, you can see there is no borders. So, the table is there, but there is no borders. Okay. So, using the style function only, you can able to enable the borders. Okay. So, here you can find the data are represented in tables. It is not in center, it is towards this left side. The title header is towards its right side. There is no proper formatting. So, for formatting options, also to make the table looks in a proper way, we are using this style properties. Okay. Clear? Next, we are going to see how to merge a row and merge a column. In Excel or Word, we used to merge. Okay. So, that we are going to see. So, merging is called as row span or column span in HTML. Okay. So, HTML row span, the example is the same code, but I am making a separate code for the table header. Table header is nothing but the header of a table, that is a librarian name, and inside that I am having a Dr. Prakash as the name of the librarian, data for the header. Okay. And another row I am creating where I will be having where I am having a row span. This is called as attribute for the header tag. Okay. Row span equal to 2, where it merges the 2 rows and making it a single row, and inside that header row I am making a content called telephone. Clear? So, I am going to run this code. So, here you can find this is the table header, librarian name and Dr. Prakash, and table row is telephone, where I have merged 2 rows. Row span equal to 2. I have merged 2 rows. Okay. Here I have created a separate table using column span, where I have merged 2 columns together. Okay. So, the first header is paper, practical, theory, total marks is the header of the table, and the content inside the table is the name of the paper, marks for the practical, marks for the theory, and total marks. Okay. So, in your examinations you will get this type of questions. Okay. create a table, the content may be different. They might give the content, or they can give you the table and tell you to write the code based upon the content, based upon the table. Okay. If they have given a table, so if you want to change the color of the table also, you can change. Instead of solid color blue, you can give solid color red or solid color green. The color will change. Okay. Cell padding. So, yeah, cell padding, you can reduce the cell padding, or they will say to reduce the cell padding. Okay. Or they can give a dummy table and tell you to feed the details into it, so that you have to create a separate table by yourself and you have to feed the data into it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any queries up to this?
Sir, we have a TR tag. Don't we have a TC tag for a table?
No, no, no. TR is fine.
So how to learn all this?
Yes, by practice. See, these are very basic tags. Okay. Using this, you can just create a static web page, not a dynamic web page. Okay. Now the web pages, websites or web page, whatever you are viewing in World Wide Web, are full of dynamic and also interactive web pages. Okay. This is an example of a very basic static web pages. Okay. You should also try to create some menu bars and moving, that is image rotation slideshows. Okay. Marquee tag. Okay. So those also you should practice it, but these are very less.
If you want to show our to our website a form, like anyone can fill the form. So how we can put that? Like, there are many forms in other websites.
Forms.
Yes, sir. Forms.
Forms also you can do.
Yes. Those forms are available. Many forms are available.
By using the table.
So label tag you have to use, but
If we want to put any form to the website,
not now. Next class. I have created code for that also,
yes.
but you can practice this for as of now. So today we have seen image. Okay, how to import an image through two link. One is internal and another one is external. And in image we have seen how to add a hyperlink. Okay.